Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Below the Yellow Line. It has been a while since we've had a guest in our virtual Below the Yellow Line studio, but we have one with us today. Erik, thank you for joining us, and I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself.
Sure. Erik Antico. I am the co-founder and chief revenue officer for ForgiveCO.
Thank you for joining us today. We're here today to talk about a newer race team in the NASCAR Cup Series. It's a team that most of our fans should know about, but there are some things in the weeds that they may not know about concerning the team. It is formerly the Money Team. They made some starts in the Daytona 500 with Connor Daly, Kaz Grala, the first couple years of the next gen car, but they have rebranded to Team AmeriVet, and this is a team with my family very near and dear to my heart. And hopefully a team that can inspire some of you as well. So, Erik, I have to ask, how did you get involved with this? Basically, a new ownership group came in. It's basically a brand new race team. How did you get involved with this group?
Sure. We ForgiveCO had just recently done a deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers and Verizon, where we're wiping out some debt for veterans. And I got connected to Willie and Becky Moody, and their passion just for bringing their brand to life, through veteran engagement and what Team AmeriVet stands for. And so happy to be introduced to them, and we've got an exciting partnership and program that we're bringing to life for their corporate partners as part of the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series. And I'm excited to talk to you about that today.
Of course, well, we're excited to hear about it. It's always fun to me. Now, I love talking with people from the sports history. I'm a huge history buff. I love that. But it almost gives me as much joy to talk to people who are new in the sport, whether that be rookie drivers, rookie team members, or in this case, new executives involved in the sport, new teams, new team owners, because you kind of get a fresh glimpse. You're one of the first people to get a glimpse into this team. So what was the process of this new ownership group coming in? Because you might have the same number on the side of the car, but I imagine there were a few things different when y'all rolled into Concord for the Coke 600 that were different from when that team ran in 2022 and 2023.
Sure. I mean, Willie and Becky, they're trying to put a great product on the racetrack. They're really dedicated to the sport. Willie's history is well noted, and they want to do things the right way. They want to partner with great sponsors. They want to bring in great owners. They want to do it the right way. They care about racing, and just in the name itself, AmeriVet, they care about veterans. I would beg to say that they're the most American NASCAR team out there with this program that we're embarking on. So there's a new partnership between ForgiveCO and Team AmeriVet where we're going to be wiping out debt for 50 vets a week for each week of the NASCAR Cup Series season next year. And we couldn't be more proud to stand by Team AmeriVet on this program. It's going to be fueled by their sponsors. So we're excited to see, big brands and major brands get involved, just like, we just did a deal with the Steelers and Verizon and how that's working out this year. So can't speak highly enough of the leadership there and just kind of how they go about their business.
Well, it does seem to be an exciting time to be a part of that group, not just for the stuff on the racetrack, but as you mentioned, that program. Were you involved in kind of the process of dreaming that program up? How did this program come to be, and when did the cogs start turning and saying, hey, we want to put a good product on the track, but we can really make a difference outside of the racetrack as well?
Yeah, I mean, sports partnerships and just running a team, community engagement's huge. There's so many NASCAR fans out there that are veterans, that support veteran initiatives. And so this just was a match made in heaven. It made a whole lot of sense. When you're looking at how you're going to go about your business and what your brand's going to stand for, there's so many ways you can go and think through your programs. This was a program we got introduced about, 60 days ago, and the wheel started turning in Willie's mind. And, we came together on just, man, if we could, for the number of the car, match the relief of who we're going to be, helping for a whole season, man, that could be something special. So they're really taking it, they're putting their money where their mouth is, and they're really taking it to the next level, where, we're not seeing, we're seeing some innovative teams get involved and they're one of them.
Well, that's another thing I wanted to ask you about. You mentioned how important community involvement is earlier. Do you think this could maybe set a precedent for future teams, maybe that have initiatives like this, or for the existing teams, the Hendricks, the Childresses, the Gibbs, to maybe put forth initiatives in place and follow in your footsteps to make a difference in the community?
Sure, absolutely. And it doesn't just stop with veterans. I mean, there's average Americans out there. 50% of Americans are having a tough time right now overcoming a $500 unexpected bill. So, the beauty of kind of what ForgiveCO can bring to the team environment is whatever the cause or community engagement initiatives those teams might have, ForgiveCO can create a program that hits on their objectives. For example, we just worked with Experian on their Latin Billboard Awards partnership, and we're going to be wiping out $10 million of debt for the Latinx and Hispanic community for Hispanic Heritage Month. And so there's so many different ways that we can morph these programs to what brands care about and what teams care about, and that's what Team AmeriVet's doing with vets.
Well, it is great to see a team get as involved as you guys are. I think that is one really underrated aspect of NASCAR and its teams. And when Hurricane Helene hit in Western North Carolina, all these teams, just an outpouring of support, donations. And I think you guys are leading, I guess, the next generation, if you will, of teams that could make a big difference in your community. The last question I have for you, Erik, and if you can't answer it, that's okay. If you got to be a little dodgy with it, that's okay, because it does pertain to the future and future plans. Can you tell us anything on the team's plans for 2025 as far as the racetrack is concerned?
And I know Willie and the team ownership are cooking up a really good plan for 2025. I know that's comprehensive of tracks and driver and the whole thing. And I know there'll be some great information coming up soon, but I can't spill beans on that, my man. I can't be the one that does that.
No worries. Hey, that's all right. I understand. That's why I led with that, because I don't want to get anybody fired or in trouble. Like, I kind of always want to lead with that. You don't have to answer it, but if you do feel so inclined. Well, Erik, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We really appreciate it. We're talking with Becky actually on Monday afternoon, so we'll be able to get more insight into the team and what it's doing here with the program and their on-track escapades as well. So thank you for joining the show. We appreciate it, and best of luck to you guys here in the future.